we need to do is add arms to our groom, and to do that we're going to give him sleeves to his jacket. So you want to take some black and just roll it out into a sausage. We're actually going to make this twice as long as his arms are going to be, because then we can just cut it down the middle and we'll have both arms made at once. It's much easier than trying to roll two of them and get them the same size. If you roll one and then split it down the middle, then you know they're going to be the same size approximately. Just like we did with the shoes. So let's see. Cut it right there. And then you want to soften the edges a little bit. And I'm actually going to have to lengthen these just a tad. And then what we're going to do is the ends that we cut are going to be where the hands are. So up here, it's going to be the shoulders. So you want to take and flatten that out a little bit. All right. Then what we're going to do is add these right onto the body. I'm running out of gum glue here. Just spread a little bit of that on there. We'll let that get a little bit tacky before we stick them on. And while that's getting tacky, I'm going to work on the bottom edge here. This is where his cuffs are going to go, and we're going to add those shortly. So what you want to do is just add a little bit of an indent there. And sometimes using a ball tool can be helpful with that. And see how that just dips in a little bit? That's what you want, is just a slight dip in at the very edge. Now these are slightly tacky and ready to go on. So you're just going to touch right onto the shoulder to create the arms. There we go. The next step is to add a collar onto the suit, and so I'm just using a large piping tip, tip 2A, and actually not using the piping end, but rather the other end to cut a circle. Because the other circle cutters I have are actually a little bit too big for what I'm doing right now. And so I'm going to then grab my blade and cut a little notch out of it. And this is going to become the collar. So you want to clean up any tips that don't look real pretty. Let's see. There we go. And press that well into place. Then we need to add some cuffs. Just a tiny bit of white showing down at the bottom. So I'm just going to take a little ball and cut it in half because we want them to be the same size. And roll that into a ball and flatten it out slightly. Do that with both of them. And a little touch of water so that they'll stick in place. Let that get tacky for a moment. And then we'll take and attach that right there at the bottom. And then take the ball tool again and just press lightly in the middle to attach that. There we go.